afternoon, everyone. First of all, I would like to introduce our team to the class. My name is Thanh Vân. This is Anh Thu. My name is Tùng, Linh, and this is Bảo Ly. Before we begin, I would like to ask you guys one question. If you had the opportunity to study in Australia, what would make you choose one university over another? Would you say that it's the ranking of that university? Who do you think is the ranking? Can you please raise your hand up? Me. Okay, there's two people who think it's the ranking. What about the campus? Does anyone think the campus is most important aspect when choosing a university?
Yes.
Most of you agree, right? You don't agree. You disagree. Or is it actually the opportunities that are waiting for you after graduation? Who thinks this is the correct answer? Okay, you are being indecisive. Actually, for Vietnamese students and parents today, that decision has become more challenging than ever. With increasing competition and changing visa policies, they're no longer looking for just a university. They're looking for one that can truly prepare students for their future. That is exactly the idea behind our campaign, Built for What's Next, with the campaign message, Skill for Reality, Degrees for the Future. Rather than only focusing on the experience of studying abroad, our campaign highlights the long-term value of Swinburne University of Technology, offers through practical learning, digital literacy, and career readiness. Today, we'll present the strategic thinking behind our campaign, introduce our creative products, and explain how each element works together to attract Vietnamese students to choose Swinburne and their study destination in Australia. Our presentation will cover three aspects. First of all is the situation analysis. Second, we will present our creative products. And lastly, we will have our campaign justification. Before developing our campaign, we first analyzed Swinburne's strength and the current education market. I would like to present to you guys the overview of Swinburne University. Founded in 1908, Swinburne has grown from a local technical college into one of Australia's leading universities, now ranked among the top 250 universities in the world, according to the QS World Universities Rankings. One of the biggest strengths is its strong connection between education and the industry. As a dual-sector university, it combines academic knowledge with practical experience, particularly in fields such as business, technology, media, and design. Swinburne is also Australia's first Adobe Creative Campus, giving every student access to industry-standard creative software regardless of their major. However, despite this strength, the international education market has changed significantly. With Australia's national planning level and tighter visa regulation, Vietnamese students and parents have become much more cautious when choosing where to study abroad. Instead of asking which university has the best reputation, they are now asking which university will give me the greatest return on my investment and the strongest career opportunities after graduation. The shift became the key insight behind our campaign. Instead of promoting lifestyles or overseas experience alone, we also positioned Swinburne as a university that equips students with practical skills, digital capabilities, and real digital experience, qualities that remain valuable regardless of changes in immigration policies. Now, I'll hand over to Linh to examine why students should choose Swinburne and analyze our target audience.
Yes, so I'm Linh, and I'm gonna tell you why the students choose Swinburne. So as a Swinburne student, I think that we all know our strength and our weakness as a Swinburne Vietnam. But after analyzing the current market, we identified three key strengths that make Swinburne stand out for Vietnamese students, which is work internet learning, adult creative campus status, and international student advisors. So the first is work internet learning, or VIR. Unlike traditional internship, VIR is built directly into many undergraduate degrees. Students will gain real life industry experience through placement, industry project, micro internship, and international study opportunities before they graduate. Swinburne also work closely with a lot of big companies worldwide, such as Xiaomin, Deloitte, National Australia Bank, and Waterman Thompson, giving our students valuable professional exposure before they step into the real life. For Vietnamese students, this means that when they graduate, they will have more than just a degree. They will also graduate with real life experience. And for parents who often see overseas education is a major financial investment, IL demonstrate a much stronger return and investment by improvising graduate career perspective. So, moving forward is our second pillar, adult creative campus status. Do you know that Swinburne is Australia's first official adult creative campus? Every student, regardless their major, receive free access to full adult creative clouds like Premiere Pro, Photoshop, Adobe Firefly, blah blah blah. But this isn't simply about giving students free software. Digital communication and creative thinking have become essential skills across almost every profession, especially in media, communication, and design, marketing, and IT. By embedding these tools into teaching and learning, Swinburne helps students develop a digital literacy that employees are increasingly looking forward for. For our primary audience, Vietnamese and Gen Z students, this also aligns with the way they already create, communicate, and express themselves online on social media platforms. Our third pillar is International Student Advisory, which or SIA. Student overseas is exciting, but it also comes with many challenges and fear. Moving to another country, adapting to a new culture, and managing university life can feel very overwhelming for a young adult. So that's why Swinburne provides comprehensive support through its International Student Advisory team. We're going to take care of our students, and including 24-hour emergency assistance, free visa guidance, accommodation support, academic mentoring, and well-being service for your mental health and for your health too. So yeah, while students often focus on new opportunities, parents naturally prioritize safety and stability for their children. So by highlighting SISA, our campus reassure that parents and their children will be supported academically, emotionally, and practically throughout their entire study journey in Swinburne, Australia. Together, these three strengths address the concern of both audience, which is the student and the parents. By identifying this strength was only the first step, and our next challenge was communicating them efficiently to the right audience. So that is, we come to our target audience. So our primary audience is student, Vietnamese student, from 16 or 18, located in Hanoi or Ho Chi Minh City or some other province in Vietnam, with the interest of creativity, self-expression, and personal growth. Their media usage daily is always sometimes TikTok, Instagram, and sometimes Facebook, and as an informational source and entertaining source. And our secondary audience is the parent, aged from 35 to 55, middle to upper income families, and their role is the primary financial decision maker in our situation here. So they will value safety, and supportive international environment, and a clear pathway for their children in another country. Their media usage is mostly on Facebook or on newspaper and traditional media like television or radio to monitor their children, and also to receive a trustful source of news. Moving forward is our aim and SMART objective. Our core aim is to position Swinburne as a top choice for urban Vietnamese and parents by highlighting practical outcome and the digital skill that we're gonna provide for the student when they come to our school. For the SMART objective, for objective 1, our YouTube TVC aim to achieve at least 5,000 views and 700 share in the Vietnamese student communities and in the parent communities. in 3 months, we want to in 3 months we want our organization always and build trust with parents by TVC and build trust on our student communities by shares and social media platform. For Instagram, for objective 2 is TikTok short videos. We want to at least 5,000 views, 700 shares, and on campaign TikTok videos and measure through TikTok analytics to increase awareness among Gen Z students who mostly use TikTok for entertaining and information sources. And for our last objective is we aim to increase Instagram engagement by 15% over 3 weeks, measured through likes, comments, shares, and saves to build a stronger connection with our target audience. Our key message is Swinburne skill for reality, degree for the future. Instead of focusing on changing the visa policy, we highlight the lasting value students gonna gain from our school and from our policies. We are gonna provide real-world experience while adult creative campus develop their digital skill and their software skill, and ISA offers support throughout their student journey. Ultimately, the campus shows students and parents that a Swinburne degree provide more than just a degree. We also provide practical, future-ready value beyond graduation. And moving forward, is Lee gonna speak the next part?
Okay, thank you, Tùng. Before we move to the creative products and visual design, I will ask you guys a question. So, how long do you think it takes to decide whether to keep looking at a post or simply scroll away? You don't know? Okay, so for Gen Z, it's often just a matter of seconds. And that's why every visual element in our campaign was designed not only to capture attention, but also to communicate Swinburne identity clearly and consistently. So to achieve this, we base all of our creative materials on Swinburne official corporate identity, ensuring that every touch point instantly felt recognizable as Swinburne. We choose crimson red as our primary color because it's the university's strongest in visual identifier. It represents confidence, innovation, and ambition while immediately reinforcing brand recognition. To complement this, we paired with black and white, creating a clean, modern, and high contrast visual style that improves readability across both digital and printed materials. For our typography, we selected Helvetica, a clean sun-shadow typeface that reflects Swinburne's contemporary image. More importantly, it's highly legible on mobile screen, an important consideration since our primary audience, Gen Z students, consume most of their content through smartphones. And we also pay close attention to visual hierarchy. Rather than overwhelming audience with large amounts of text content, we use bold headlines, concise copy, and authentic compass imagery to guide viewers naturally towards the most important information. For example, our trifold leaflet here features a clean 3-column layout with modern vector icons representing career opportunities, immigration support, and student well-being. This allows parents to quickly understand Swinburne key strength in a clear and structured way. Building on this visual identity, we developed 4 integrated communication materials. And first, our 30-second YouTube TVC. Okay, yes? Okay, let's watch this first.
Okay, let's go.
At Swinburne, we open up new opportunities for your journey. From career support to international student service, you're not on this journey alone. Swinburne is here to help you. Swinburne, beyond limit, beyond boundaries. Apply now.
Okay, so yes, we choose YouTube because it's one of the most widely used platforms among Gen Z, while also being a trusted platform for parents. The aim here is to build awareness and credibility purpose. And next, our TikTok videos were designed specifically around Gen Z viewing habits. Instead of feeling like traditional advertisement, we use short-form storytelling and fast-paced editing that blend naturally into user feeds when highlighting Swinburne key advantages. And the aim here isn't to explain everything about Swinburne, but it's designed to quickly capture the attention, spark curiosity, and encourage students to learn more. And this will feels more like something that one of our peers share, not just like a traditional advertisement. Can we show?
Teacher, can we stole the video now?
Thing to do and not to do by the plan.
Oh shit.
They get way too private life and nothing they work as.
It keep running on its own.
Okay. Okay. Next, we extended the campaign through a series of Instagram posts, maintaining the same colors, typography, and visual style while sharing practical information about work-integrated learning, adult-created campus, scholarship, and student life.
Thing to do and not to do by the plan. You have to study abroad. To do.
Unlike TikTok, where content is consumed quickly, Instagram allows audience to spend more time exploring the information, and the role here is to educate rather than simply attract the attention. And finally, our threefold leaflet was designed specifically for parents. Since parents generally prefer more detailed and structured information, the leaflet here presents our three key messages in a clean, easy-to-read format that's suitable for education fairs and consultation events. The leaflets here support the final stage of the decision-making process, where parents can take the information home and revisit it later. Overall, every color, font, image, layout, and communication channel was carefully selected to deliver one consistent message: skill for reality, degrees for future, beyond limits, beyond boundaries. Because when every touchpoint speaks the same visual language, the message becomes stronger and the brand becomes more memorable and the campaign becomes more effective. And now that we introduce our creative products, the next question is, why did we choose this particular communication channel? Tulu, can you explain it?
So actually, the answer is very simple. The reason why we chose this communication channel is because each platform plays a different role in guiding our audience through the decision-making journey. So firstly, our YouTube TVC builds awareness and credibility by presenting Swinburne as a professional and trustworthy institution. Secondly, our TikTok campaign captures the attention of Vietnamese high school students through engaging short-form content, encourage them to learn more about studying at Swinburne. Thirdly, is our Instagram content series maintains a long-term engagement by delivering useful and informative content in a format that students already consume every day. Meanwhile, our trifold leaflet supports parents by providing a structured and detailed information that they can review at their own pace. Although each platform serves a different purpose, they all share the same colors, the same typography, the same messaging and visual identity. This consistency strengthens Swinburne's brand recognition while creating a seamless experience for both students and parents throughout the campaign. So to conclude, our campaign responds to a changing study abroad landscape by focusing on what truly matters to Vietnamese students and parents, rather than simply promoting the experience of studying in Australia. We highlight the long-term value that Swinburne provides through practical learning, digital literacy, and comprehensive student support. So by combining a clear communication strategy with integrated creative product, we position Swinburne as a university that prepares students not only for university life, but for successful careers beyond graduation. And that is exactly why our campaign stands for, which is beyond limits, beyond boundaries. And that is the end of our presentation.